Hey everybody, today we're going to make some brownies. Everybody needs brownies for the 4th of July, whether you're eating inside or whether you're having a picnic outside, a cookout, if you're going to a party, or wherever you're going on the 4th, which is just a couple of days away. You need some brownies, and today I'm going to be making the brownies that's in my cookbook. It's on page 231 for those of you who have my cookbook, and you can just turn to that page. If you'd like to order it, you certainly can do that. And my brownies is a recipe that I have used since I got married. I received a cookbook for my as a wedding gift, and I found this brownie recipe in there, and y'all, it is just so wonderful. It is so moist, it's so good. It's not too rich, and it's delicious served with ice cream or just pick up a brownie and eat it. It's my granddaughter Jamie Claire's favorite food, and she makes brownies all the time. It only calls for 6 ingredients, and I have them all laid out here. I'm going to bring you in close. I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to bake them. I'll preheat the oven, and we can do this quickly, and you can do it ahead of time, or you can wait until you need the brownies to take somewhere. If you want to serve them warm, then you can certainly wait and cook them at the time that you want to serve them. But we love brownies, and brownies is a good dish too that you can share with others. So let's get busy and put this brownie recipe together, pop it in the oven, and then we'll taste them together. To make our brownies, we're going to need 1 stick of butter, and this is salted butter, and it's also 1/2 cup, and I'm placing that in this small saucepan. To that, I'm going to add 1 ounce of unsweetened chocolate. Now this is what used to be 1 square, but years ago they started making it differently, and I'm using the Baker's unsweetened chocolate. So what we want to do is just to melt our chocolate and our butter together. I like to constantly stir mine. You want to melt this slowly as you start making your brownies, and incorporate it together. Just stir it around, melt it. And this recipe doubles really easily. Today I'm going to be using a 9x9 baking dish. I have sprayed it. I like to use Baker's Joy. I'll show you that in a few minutes. And I like to take a little brush and just brush around my dish and make sure that the no stick or non-stick spray is spread out evenly. So I'm going to take this off at the eye. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to move our little hot plate that I have here, and I'll come back and we'll put the rest of our brownies together. Now that our chocolate and butter is melted together, we're going to add 1 cup of white granulated sugar, and I like to stir this around in this hot chocolate and butter so that the sugar granules begin to melt. I don't know if you've ever made a dish and your food tasted a little grainy, and that's because maybe your sugar and your other ingredients were not mixed well enough together. So that's the reason that it's really important to go ahead and mix the sugar in really well. Next, we're adding 2/3 of a cup of sifted flour, and this is self-rising flour. So we're just going to mix this in using this little spatula that I have here. Just stirring it around. I like to add 1 ingredient at the time when I'm making my brownies, and just make sure that I get everything mixed really well. Also, as we're stirring our ingredients together, we're cooling the chocolate and the butter. We don't want to add our eggs too hot to the mixture while it's hot. So it's cooling off as we're mixing it together. Now we're ready to add our eggs. So I'm going to add 2 eggs. You can go ahead and start beating these before you pour them in, or you can just pour them right into your chocolate mixture. So I switched off, and now I'm using a whisk to beat our eggs into the chocolate mixture. This is looking so good. It's so easy. It's so wonderful. I just love it. So easy. Just stirring this around. Just like that. Yum. And now comes this wonderful Christanilla vanilla that I like to use. And I wrote Miss Mert's vanilla on here. All of you know that I use Miss Mert's clear vanilla. So now I'm just pouring it in. 1 teaspoon of clear vanilla. And I'll take my whisk and just whisk that around really well. This is looking good. Now, I like to take my, I'm going to shake that off a little bit. And I like to take my spoon and just go around the edges, making sure that I got everything, all these good ingredients from the edges, and that feels like it's mixed really well. Now, I tell you that I'm using a 9x9 baking dish. I have sprayed this with Baker's Joy. That's my preferred spray if I'm baking something of this nature, and it has flour in it. And I just took my little brush here and I just brushed it really well. So now we're ready to pour our brownie mixture into the baking dish. Just pouring it around, trying to get it as evenly spread as we can. This is looking good. Get it all out of the pan. Just like that. Now, I'm not going to spread this. It looks really good just like this. So it's ready to go in the oven. I've preheated our oven to 350 degrees. And what I like to do, I like to go ahead and place some foil over my brownies. And I just lay it on there. I don't tuck it under or seal it. But my oven cooks hot, so I'm going to place it in the oven. I'm going to place the foil over the top, and I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to open the oven, remove the foil, and I'll continue baking it for probably another 10 or 15 minutes. And when it gets done, I'll be back, and we'll look at our brownies together. Our brownies are done. They're out of the oven and they look delicious. So now we're going to cut them, and I'm just going to make 9 brownies out of this one recipe. You could cut them smaller, you could cut them larger if you wanted to. But I'm just going to eyeball this and try to make them all about the same size. But they are completely cool. So we won't be eating these warm today, or you can always pop them in the microwave to just heat them up for just a second. So sometimes we do that. Sometimes we'll just eat a brownie. Sometimes we will add ice cream So now let's lift one out and see how we're doing. Look at that. That looks so good. I love the outside brownies. Now, a lot of people like, I'm just going to plate these on this little white plate that I have here. Actually, this is a Christmas plate. It has little snowflakes on it, but it's perfect for brownies. I like to use a white plate when I'm plating brownies. So we're just placing them like that. These are so, so wonderful for picnics, for snacks, for just anything, any occasion that you want, or if you just need a good dessert or a good snack, make you some good brownies. And I love to share. All of y'all know that, so I'll probably be sharing some of these brownies. And there you have it. Look at that plate of brownies. Oh my goodness, they look so, so delicious, and they will be delicious. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, our brownies are all done. They're all served up. I have a little 4th of July napkin here. I hope that you'll make some of these for your 4th and share them with your family and your friends. So now I'm going to just set this back down, and I'm going to grab one of these. I like the one on the corner because it's crunchy on 2 sides. So now I'm going to come over and we're going to taste it together. This is going to be so good. I know it is. I love this brownie. Yeah. This recipe has been tried and proven over and over and over again. I have used it for almost 58 years. Doug and I will be married 58 years next week. Can you believe that? I can't believe it either. But Jamie Claire, my dear granddaughter, I wish you were here to eat one of these with me. I know that you'll make some real soon for you and Adam, and they'll be married a year in a week. So I hope they make it 58 plus, just like Doug and I are. But anyway, happy 4th, and make you some good brownies. I'll see you again really, really soon.